So, dudes, here it is. Chapter 3 of Shrek 5, Paul Blart III. And you finally get to learn what's really going on in Shrek 5. Hope you guys think it's dope. Haha. Also, shout outs to my 9 followers on Tumblr. Chapter 3, Shrek 5, directed by Shrek 5, Jazz Hands. Directed by Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan. Okay. He's in the other room. He's typing up a new chapter. I don't think you can hear this. But I do appreciate everyone supporting this endeavor. Okay. And we'll try and make it a little louder on the audio this time, okay? All right. So, at this point, you already know that Shrek 5 is a setup. Well, in this chapter, you get to see exactly how bad it truthfully is. Paul Blart and his son walk up into the theater, and it's packed like sardines with all kinds of celebrity, people of all credence and colors, and Shrek fans are there just basically getting jacked up on Shrek juice. Promotional drink that, like, the theaters are selling as a cross promotional. It's basically this energy drink by the same company that makes those 99-cent energy beverages called Rippets. And it's pretty good. Hell yeah, this Shrek juice is a perfect remedy to my cotton mouth, Eddie Murphy says. He is one seat away from Paul Blart. Paul Blart is not exactly 420 friendly, but Eddie Murphy is a celebrity, so he doesn't really care. Whatever works, dude, let's just Shrek it out, Paul Blart says, and he winks at Eddie Murphy. I have to do this. Eddie squints at Paul Blart and deduces that Paul Blart is the mall cop from the first 2 movies. Thank fucking God, dude. I am sitting next to Paul Blart and FBI BAU team specialist and stoner Spencer Reed. Whenever this theater turns into a riot and or mass shooting, I'll probably be safe. Eddie Murphy thinks to himself. The lights go down, and almost immediately Eddie Murphy gulps in fears. The first previews were really effing stupid. Nothing really interesting. A trailer for a new Marvel movie comes on, and not really anybody even cares because of how jacked they are for Shrek 5. There are like 3 new Kevin Hart movies coming out, though, which tugs and jerks Paul Blart's heartstrings, because he knows Kevin Hart is probably having some kind of exotic sexual intercourse with his wife. Paul Blart pretty much only ever tried missionary and was a good Christian white man in the bedroom. Sighs, I always had to be the nice guy, the good guy. Now I'm getting cuckolded by one of the biggest comedians and drug dealers that there ever was. Some luck dude, Paul Blart thinks to himself. Finally, the DreamWorks intro comes on, and the whole audience shits themselves in applause. Shrek 5 is descending upon the masses. Suddenly, it says like directed by Christopher Nolan's across the screen. I'm not sure if you guys are like understanding who that is. So let me explain. Christian Nolan is a director most known for making really effing stupid, shitty, gloomy movies that are so bad people like see them and go like, holy shit, and shoot up the movie theater after realizing they wasted money on a ticket. It happened like twice now with this Batman movies that are literally cost us Heath Ledger's life. And now again with that other movie he made called Trainwreck, that is a train wreck. Basically, if you want to F up a franchise and turn it into some kind of piss poor sad story, just call Christian Bale up and boom, goodbye franchise. Now I just want to describe what happens during the movie anyways. The camera pans down like from starting in the clouds to Shrek's bedroom window. The room looks like shit. And Shrek is in his boxers, sleeping with liquor bottles and shit scattered all over the place. I've never read this before, so, we're doing this together. It cuts to a picture of Shrek and Fiona and the kids in a frame picture. And the glass is shattered to shit and has blood on the frame from where Shrek punched it for some reason. Shrek stirs himself awake and pulls out a cigarette from a pack on the table, lights it up, and takes a long drag. F, he said, shakes his head and spits out a loogie that is outrageously toxic, and he actually gags a few times. His house is gray. Even though it's daytime, the overcast sky makes it look shitty. He has pissed himself in the night, and the worst part is that he doesn't even care. He just walks out of the house and saunters down the shittiest street you ever seen. Shrek, stop right there, bro. It's me, Donkey, and I have good news. And the donkey run right over and start following him. What kind of good news do ye have, Danky? Shrek say. Donkey responds, well, Shrek, I sold off my stable and used all the money to invest into an amazing multi-level marketing company as a distributor. It's a company called It Works, and it's basically like selling energy drinks, body wrap, and fat fighter vitamins not approved by the FDA or medical field to sell to most pregnant women to allegedly help them get into shape, and it's hugely popular. Some people make pretty good money, and if you can sign up distributors into your downline, you make amazing money doing virtually nothing. I started a Tumblr, Twitter, and Facebook, and even register a website, getrapedbydonkey.org, to promote my business. It only costs me $200 to get started, and it's going to change my life, Shrek. This is our big chance to get out of this horrible rut that we have been stuck in, Donkey says. Shrek looks at Donkey for 2 minutes and then rolls his eyes and is like, hey, you are a effing dumb one, ain't ya, Donkey? You just bought into a pyramid scheme that's probably not going to be the talk of the town much longer. Your days are over, donkey. You bankrupted yourself over a scheme. I'm an ogre, and even I know that. I know that. Donkey is like realized very quickly that he made a horrible mistake. F, says Donkey. Ha 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 ha. You are a dumb effing donkey. See you round, bitch, Shrek says as he saunters off. As Shrek gets to his destination, we see that it is a liquor store and that Princess Fiona is out front of it with a cigarette and a scowl. What the F do you want, you goddamn bum? Fiona says to Shrek. Shrek sighs and is like, well, considering you're my wife, I would very much enjoy making love to you and not being so distant from each other. What happened to our marriage? Fiona sighs. Listen, Shrek, I know the job market has sucked cock since the 4th movie, and since you saved the world, there hasn't been any work for you in this fantasy land, but that doesn't pay the bills. You know how much it costs for me to sleep with a John in the dumpster out back, and just because you're my husband, don't mean you get it for free. At this point, the audience gasp, because, like they just found out, Fiona is a liquor store prostitute, which is pretty dark turn for the Shrek series to take, even for Christopher Nolan. Holy shit. What the F happened to Shrek since Shrek 4? Screams a random person in the theater. Shit, it is about to begin. I need to brace myself and hope Paul Blart can help me keep this theater calmed down for the duration of the film. Dr. Spencer Reed thinks to himself. Okay, I swear I've never read this before. Sit your ass down, buddy. My son's trying to enjoy this film, and you are interrupting it. Don't make me come over there and bop you in the beak, Paul Blart shouts at the man. The man is like scowling and shaking his head and sweating in a powerful rage. Paul Blart did his best to stare him down and scare him off, but this guy was over the limit with anger. Yeah, you and what effing army, you fat boy, says the man as he pulls out a revolver. Holy shit, this is bad. We're only like 5 to 25 minutes into the movie and we already have our first movie theater shooter, thinks Spencer Reed to himself. Paul Blart is scared as F at this point because he doesn't carry guns on him. The guy with the gun laughs. Ha ha ha. I am gonna be famous for this. See you all in hell, and closes his eyes and is about to shoot Paul Blart. Bang. He fires the gun and it enters Paul Blart's stomach and goes in one side and out the other. It's a pretty hardcore wound, but Paul Blart is not fatally injured. Bang, bang, bang immediately follows the shot. It is Spencer Reed unloading an armor-piercing AR-15 directly into the shooter. His head completely explodes. The whole theater applauds because they are effing pumped to keep watching Shrek 5 uninterrupted. Spencer Reed pulls out a megaphone and chuckles like TST and says, like TST? Like tss. like tss, like tss, tss. So he picks up a megaphone and chuckles like tss, and says, "Hey Chachi, clean up in theater 3. We got a Shrek movie to watch." And he sits back down. Paul Blart looks at his son, then at Spencer Reed smirks and nods approvingly. "Hell yeah, man. Way to keep the Shrek 5 going." And Spencer Reed is like, "Hell yeah. No problem, Paul Blart. You took that gunshot like a man. Rub some dirt on it, buddy." And Paul Blart is like, "Heh, good one, Chief, but please, be quiet, dumbass. I'm trying to watch Shrek 5 with my son." And they both fist bump as the movie ushers drag the corpse out of the theater. It may seem like a crisis aversion that only Paul Blart took a minor gunshot wound in this attack, but the theater is totally full up and the movie is not even far along, so there's gonna be plenty more probably, because Shrek 5 so far really effing sucks. Only time will tell what lies ahead for our heroes in chapter 4. Okay, that's the end of Paul Blart Saves Shrek, chapter 3, Shrek 5, directed by Christopher Nolan. Okay, so that's the end of this one. There are, let's see, that's 4, chapter 4, Carnal Instincts, and 5, Boys to Men through Shrek. And we have a comment on one of the videos. It says, "What the actual F is going on here?" And the writer replied, "If you got a problem with my effing content, come out from behind the anonymous mask. It's good content." So he's really welcoming all your opinions and your comments. We're very grateful for all of them. And I hope we can continue this series. So stay tuned for chapter 4 and 5. I think 6 is being written right now while we're doing this video. I think chapter 6 is being written. So, Okay. Until I see all of you again, thank you, and have a most blessed day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. Bye-bye. Let's see if we can get this right. Okay, we're going to shut it off.